want to say when I was younger, actually, I've always had like a passion for YouTube and making videos because my mom had she had like digital cameras and stuff around my house and yeah, like me and my brother used to make little videos with like we had our little plush toys and we would always like make little stories with them and I really got into gaming through my mother as well and I feel like everything just kind of pointed me in the direction of, well, I want to make content myself, and that's how I got started into doing it. And off, I feel like I'm moving towards being more consistent now that I'm kind of like older. And I started in grade 7. I just started with, those random videos where I'd be like trying different challenges and stuff like that. And I got into gaming once I turned 20-ish, like 19, 20. That's probably when I started doing gaming videos. I feel like gaming videos were always like what I wanted to do mainly. I got really into vlogging lately though, and so I feel like I want to say, well, I'm almost 25 now, so I started when I was, how old was I when I was grade 7? Probably like around like 14, 15. That's so like 10 years. Oh my gosh, it's been 10 years. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I definitely know. I guess for me, passion-wise, in life, I definitely want to do anything that's just creative, whether it be, um, right now I'm kind of just in, I want to call it the grind era. I am doing my best. I have been uploading about 7 reels on Instagram a day. YouTube, I am trying to upload at least once a week because I feel like if I were to just jump into the whole post 3 times a week, post every single day, like that whole thing, I would just burn out and I wouldn't stay consistent. And like I said, my main goal right now is to just stay consistent. So, I feel like that's what's been working with me so far. And if I want to up the amount I can do, like that, I think that will just come with time. And yeah. Um, yeah, I definitely have been more into smaller creators lately just because I feel like they're on the same path that I am. Um, yeah, I feel like out of all of them, probably Pokimane inspired me the most. Yeah. It got to the point, like I said, there was stuff going on with me, like in my whole like my personal life, in my like mental health and all that. Like my mental health was just like kind of disintegrating, if you want to call it that. And yeah, so I remember there was like this one stream I had where I just sort of started disassociating. So I was like, that was the last stream I had. I was like, okay, I need to just take the time to myself and figure out what I want to do. And if I were to return, I want it to be where I'm at a better point. Yeah, tell me about it. It's always, I don't know, they're always making some kind of judgment, either it's your body or the way you look or oh, you're not really into the things you're saying you're into or things like that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I've just been desensitized to it. Maybe that's kind of bad, but I definitely I grew up in a time where um women in gaming was very niche. And I remember I was gonna join the Super Smash Bros. Club at my school. This was back when I was in high school. So I went to this club with my friend, and these group of boys were like, they looked at me and they're like, a girl? That's not, she's not real. Like, girl gamers don't exist. I immediately left. I was like, I'm not gonna join this club. And I know, yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I was like, what was with the comments? Like, maybe they didn't mean it like that, but it was just kind of weird to single me out like that. So I was like, okay, the way I started approaching it lately, which has actually been working for me, was, yeah, I remember when I first started, I was very much like I said, Pokimane was my inspiration, and I feel like she gets very glorified because she seems to be like the most perfect human ever. And I thought that's what I had to be. I thought I had to be like perfectly polished and perfect all the time and never having like a double chin on camera or, things like that. So, um, but I think I don't know how to explain it. I had like this random revelation at one point. I think it was 2024, so like 2 years ago, where I was just like, wait. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be perfectly polished all the time. I can show like myself without makeup or whatever. And it's like people make fun of me, like, dude, I don't know. Like the internet is full of just people being perfect all the time. Like if you can't handle seeing somebody without makeup, I feel like for me, like I'd rather be real and I don't know, people critique it. Like I don't know what it is. I feel like I just have like a detachment with how people perceive me. Yeah, my name's Kawa. I go by Kawa online. And yeah, I do YouTube, I do cosplaying, gaming videos, and the
Hey everyone, this is Abhi from No-Budget Filmmaking Podcast, and here with me is Rachel, aka Kawa Diaries. And would you like to introduce yourself, Rachel?
Hi, yeah, my name's Kawa. I go by Kawa online. And yeah, I do YouTube, I do cosplaying, gaming videos, and the like. And yeah.
How did you started all of this?
I want to say when I was younger, actually, I've always had like a passion for YouTube and making videos because my mom had she had like digital cameras and stuff around my house and yeah, like me and my brother used to make little videos with like we had our little plush toys and we would always like make little stories with them and I really got into gaming through my mother as well and I feel like everything just kind of pointed me in the direction of, well, I want to make content myself, and that's how I got started into doing it. Pretty sure I started when I was grade seven is when I actually started to make videos. They weren't very good. I'll say that. They were not very good when I first started. But yeah, and I've been doing them ever since then. And right now I've been on and off just trying to figure out what I want to do with content. So I've been cosplaying a lot lately. So
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been into this YouTube and content creation?
like I said, I've been on and off. I feel like I'm moving towards being more consistent now that I'm kind of like older. And I started in grade seven. I just started with, those random videos where I'd be like trying different challenges and stuff like that. And I got into gaming once I turned 20-ish, like 19, 20. That's probably when I started doing gaming videos. I feel like gaming videos were always like what I wanted to do mainly. I got really into vlogging lately though, and so I feel like I want to say, well, I'm almost 25 now, so I started when I was, how old was I when I was grade seven? Probably like around like 14, 14, 15. That's so like 10 years. Oh my gosh, it's been 10 years. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. And you said you started taking it seriously in 2019, 2020.
hmm
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
no, 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 it's fine. It's fine. You're the guest. Okay, so you said 2019, 20, and so did you try to find your niche? Because I know you said you wanted to do gaming, but it feels like you're still exploring.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely know. I guess for me, passion-wise, in life, I definitely want to do anything that's just creative, whether it be making videos or maybe writing a book or something. I was really into writing when I was a kid. I think right now I am sort of still in the exploration era, if you want to call it that. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Um, for a while, I was doing gaming, and I actually was streaming on Twitch too for a couple of years, very consistently. And then I went through a lot of life changes. A lot of life changes happened, and it kind of steered me off of it just because I had to figure all that stuff out first. And once I was planning on returning, which I actually planned my return, I took a whole year off, a whole year hiatus in the last year actually. It was around February, March of this year that I actually came back into doing YouTube. So, yeah, I just knew when I was in that year of just figuring out what I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure I come back with intention and I come back with um, knowing what I really want to do. Like, what is the purpose of me making videos? Is it to be entertaining? Is it to spread a message? I feel like right now it's a bit of both. Um, yeah, I think I'm still in the phase of exploring that. But I think right now my main goal's just been consistency. So we're doing good with that. So yeah.
Okay, did you follow the advice that everyone gives when regarding content creation? Like, if you're on Insta, post every day, and if you're on YouTube, post every 3 times a week or whatever.
Yeah, I wish I could just put all of my time into content creation, but I live in a student house, so I live with roommates. I pay rent, so I do have to work my part-time job still because I don't make money off of content yet. So, um, right now I'm kind of just in I want to call it the grind era. I am doing my best. I have been uploading about 7 reels on Instagram a day. YouTube, I am trying to upload at least once a week because I feel like if I were to just jump into the whole post 3 times a week, post every single day, like that whole thing, I would just burn out and I wouldn't stay consistent. And like I said, my main goal right now is to just stay consistent. So I feel like that's what's been working with me so far. And if I want to up the amount I can do, like that, I think that will just come with time. And yeah.
Is there anyone that you are following in a way as a mentor or as an inspiration? Any social media?
Okay, for a while, who got me into streaming actually was Pokimane. I know she's like the big like head of Twitch, like everybody knows who she is, and she's from Canada too, and I'm from Canada, so I was like, wait, if she can do it, I can do it. And she grew up in a town nearby me, so I was like, wait, she grew up in this small town and she made it big. Like I think that kind of gives me hope to do that too. And I think there's definitely a lot of other creators, like depending on the like the niche and stuff, right? I'm into gaming, I'm into like the beauty space, and um, yeah, I definitely have been more into smaller creators lately, just because I feel like they're on the same path that I am. Um, yeah, I feel like out of all of them, probably Pokimane inspired me the most. Yeah.
So are you still planning to go back to Twitch?
Hmm. I'm not sure. I feel like I know a lot of people, at least in my community, have been asking if I will come back. And I think if I were to go back, it would have to be when I feel like I want to do it. Because it got to the point, like I said, there was stuff going on with me, like in my whole like my personal life, in my like mental health and all that. Like my mental health was just like kind of disintegrating, if you want to call it that. And yeah, so I remember there was like this one stream I had where I just sort of started disassociating. So I was like, that was the last stream I had. I was like, okay, I need to just take the time to myself and figure out what I want to do. And if I were to return, I want it to be where I'm at a better point. Like I feel like, okay, yeah, I can keep up with this. I can stream, 2 or 3 times a week. I can also work my job. And maybe when I'm in a better position to not burn myself out, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I really don't know. I want to say yes eventually, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, again, you can skip this question, but one thing that comes with being online, even if you're not looking for being a content creator or social media personality, is backlash or something that is not pretty. It's the part and parcel of this uh, field, if you want to call it. But so is that what also multiply the effects that you're this all played into whatever you're struggling with that at that moment?
I honestly don't think I was big enough to have like a group of haters on my platform. So I know that does come with time. I have had a couple of hate comments here and there. Usually I'll just like delete them because I'm like, I just want like the community I have to stay more on the positive side. That's mostly why I do that. But even if I do get a hate comment once in a while, like I know in my head, like sometimes people are just having a bad day. Sometimes they just want to go ruin someone else's mood. And like I don't take it personally. I just see it as they're just trolling, you click on their profile, they don't even have their photo. Like it's not even their actual account, it's just some spam account or something, or they have a photo of like a random meme as their profile photo. So I usually don't really take hate seriously. I will if it's something like I'm like, wait, actually you do have a good point. Like if it's something I did and I'm like, oh wait, maybe I should like rephrase that or do something differently with that content. But I haven't really come across that. So yeah, I want to say it doesn't really bug me that much actually.
Yeah, and I wish that you never come across it ever, no
Yeah.
matter how many followers you have.
Yeah,
No,
that's the dream. That's the hope.
knock on the wood.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's good. That's really good because it's completely opposite of most of the people that I talked in this
Really?
podcast.
It's hard. It's hard when you're putting yourself out online to not feel the impacts of it. But yeah.
Yeah, especially women for some reason. There's
Oh
a
my God,
lot of
yeah. Yeah, yeah, tell me about it. It's always, I don't know, they're always making some kind of judgment, either it's your body or the way you look or oh, you're not really into the things you're saying you're into or things like that. But I don't know. I feel like I feel like maybe I've just been desensitized to it. Maybe that's kind of bad, but I definitely I grew up in a time where um women in gaming was very niche. And I remember I was gonna join the Super Smash Bros. Club at my school. This was back when I was in high school. So I went to this club with my friend, and these group of boys were like, they looked at me and they're like, a girl? That's not, she's not real. Like, girl gamers don't exist. I immediately left. I was like, I'm not gonna join this club. And I know, yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I was like, what was with the comments? Like, maybe they didn't mean it like that, but it was just kind of weird to single me out like that. So I was like, I feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna leave. So like I feel like I've already experienced those things in real life that if I were to see a comment online, it's just kind of like, whatever. Like they're gonna say what they're gonna say regardless. Like the right people will be there and support you. And I don't know. I feel like I don't want negative people like that to support me anyways, you know? So
Yeah, well, negative people will never support you, but
yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, yeah,
but that's a different thing because I've
yeah.
seen like people uh not putting myself out there, but not making it about me, but like there's few comments that I received like they were talking about my race, they were talking about like why I'm not funny, which is just what
Oh,
does not
girl.
which is
Mm,
not even the point. So yeah.
yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah,
That's
people can be
fine.
ruthless. People can be so
It's
ruthless.
mostly, I think people have, sometimes people are looking for a punching bag. It's also funny enough and off topic, but sometimes I see it in dating as well. Like people are really, really ruthless in like dating apps or some shit.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I feel like it's worse for men. I feel like women are very much like they get so many matches and then you come across one girl and then they'll be like, "Mm, they're not really nice."
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Apart from that, okay, so you did answer that you don't want to go gaming and you said you're into vlogs recently.
Yeah, I feel like the way I started approaching it lately, which has actually been working for me, was I was just I got a brand new camera. It's a really nice camera. I saved up a lot of my paychecks for it because, well, for one, my old vlog camera broke. So, I lost the other vlog camera. I don't know what's with me in cameras, but like I lost the one vlog camera and then the other one broke because I dropped it by accident. I felt like an idiot. I was like, oh man. And, but yeah, so I got this new camera and I loved it because the quality is so good. I wish I knew the name of it. It's a Sony camera. I know that. But yeah, the quality is really good and I was like, wait, I just want to film everything now. So I just started filming whatever. If it's not content, it's not content. But a lot of the time when I just spontaneously film myself, it just ends up being good content because I just turn it on when I want to share something. And I feel like those are the peak moments that make good content. Is just like when you're like, hey guys, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you about my day, or I want to show you this cool thing I got, or, and I feel like that takes a lot of the pressure off of having to plan content, having to um, like mentally prepare to film, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like spontaneous filming has been working for me. It might not work for everybody, but that's what I've been doing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm more curious about vlogs and everything because I don't consume that content because it
Hmm.
seems like they're they're it's giving out more of my private life that I'm willing to share.
Hmm.
Did
No,
you
that's
feel
so
that?
true. Well, it depends. If you're the one editing it, you can always take things out if you don't want to share them. But I feel like I feel like there's kind of something nice about sharing more personal things that I think people might resonate with more, especially in a very saturated platform now, compared to maybe 10 years ago. It was like there's only like 30 or something YouTubers, maybe more, and it just continued to grow. I feel like with that though, as more people came on the platform, it became very polished, very like I have to be perfect 24/7 and all that. And I feel like there's something people resonate more with now with just kind of sitting in front of your camera and just being a normal person. Um, in terms of privacy, I will never film where I am. Like I might film like the walls and stuff. I will never say explicitly like, "Oh, I'm at this diner or I'm here," because like privacy is a very important thing for me too. It's all about kind of just like how you vlog. Usually I'll film it from more like a higher angle so you can't see the background. I'll at least try. Yeah. Yeah, what about you? What, like, do you feel like you can't vlog because privacy reasons or?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, no offense to you, but I don't much care about vlogging.
Yeah, that's fair. That's not for everybody.
Yeah, so I don't care much about vlogging. So if I'm not like I want to put out stuff that I like, and I don't like vlogging at all.
Yeah, yeah. You're more of like you want to focus on the content rather than you being the content.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't want it's uh, I know it's a little bit patronizing, but I want to help people in some way, shape, or form.
Aw.
Or with that was the main focus of this podcast. The rest is just like polishing my skills as a director, as a stunt coordinator, as a fight choreographer, or whatever, as a writer. But
Mhm.
this one is the podcast is mainly to help people.
I love that. That's so wholesome.
Yeah. So that's why I don't, okay. I will tell you one story which happened recently. That's why it's fresh in my mind. But,
Okay.
okay. First of all, we all fell into this trap, and I almost fell into it that sometimes we try to play a character which is not us
Mhm.
to please everyone, which never happens. Did it happen to you?
I think when I first started, yeah. Um, yeah, I remember I when I first started, I was very much like I said, Pokimane was my inspiration, and I feel like she gets very glorified because she seems to be like the most perfect human ever. And I thought that's what I had to be. I thought I had to be like perfectly polished and perfect all the time and never having like a double chin on camera or things like that. So, um, but I think I don't know how to explain it. I had like this random revelation at one point. I think it was 2024, so like 2 years ago, where I was just like, wait. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be perfectly polished all the time. I can show like myself without makeup or whatever. And it's like people make fun of me, like, dude, I don't know. Like the internet is full of just people being perfect all the time. Like if you can't handle seeing somebody without makeup, I feel like for me, like I'd rather be real and I don't know, people critique it. Like I don't know what it is. I feel like I just have like a detachment with how people perceive me, which sounds contradicting because I do YouTube and I'm like, oh, content, you got to think about that kind of thing. But I think, like I said, I feel like the right people will support you. Um, and yeah, like the negative people, they won't support you. So doesn't, I don't know.
I'm more curious. Do you care about the content and not care about your own personality? Is that the thing?
Sorry, could you reword that?
It's like you don't care how people perceive you, and that's totally fair, right? But do you care about the content though that you're putting out?
Yes. Yeah, I think, yeah, like I said, I definitely want to do something at one point in my life or another that's creative, but I also want to do something that has impact. And like when you talked about wanting to help people, that kind of resonated with me because Um, I know I want to do that. I just don't know how. I think I'm still just in the process of just I think that's the point of being consistent too is like yeah, you can hone up your skills and practice talking on the camera and things like that. And I think if I ever have a big audience or something, I definitely want to utilize that to do something impactful in a very positive way. It's just a matter of figuring out what that is. So, yeah. Oh, I can't hear you if you're talking. Yeah.
I said that's totally fine.
Mhm.
I get it. Like you're trying to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And do you play the algorithm game or no? I think I already asked that, but
I definitely, yeah, I'll admit I'll definitely look into CEO and things like that because that's how you get your videos to like push out there, like using certain hashtags and things like that. I definitely pay attention to. Um, I listen to a lot of podcasts too on like content creation. So, um, yeah, I feel like it's a bit of both, just doing what you love and doing the things like the little nitty-gritty work that makes it happen.
what about chasing trends?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. If you want your platform to grow, um, It's it's especially with short form content, trends are very much how you get yourself on the For You page. Um, and yeah, I try to stick within trends that are kind of in my niche, which is kind of my For You page anyways. Like I just follow and like things that I actually like. So when I see someone posting something and it's like a trend, I'm like, "Oh, I want to do that too." So then yeah. I just do that.
Speaking of For You page, that was the incident I was talking about. A few days ago, I met my friend, and he said, I'm sorry, I have to leave Instagram." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because he just cares about like movies, and they talk about movies reviews." And one of the nicest guy I ever met, right? Introvert, nicest guy I ever met. And he's like, "I was getting so much trash was thrown in my way just because I don't like certain movies,
Mm.
and my For You page was trash too, and it will take me 10 to 2 to 3 weeks to clean up that my For You page." So I was like, I cannot deal with this anymore, so he had to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get that. I feel like well, I left TikTok actually. I mean, my account's still up, but I deleted the app just because I was on it too much and it's just like sometimes you don't choose what you're being fed online, so when you're constantly being fed things that you don't want to see, it gets kind of I don't know, it gets overwhelming, you know? Yeah.
Funny enough, I was never on TikTok, so what
Yeah.
was your experience exactly?
Um, I wish I uploaded more when it first uh came to America and Canada and things like that, because right before the mid like right before like into the year of 2020, I uh I had the app and I was uploading just random videos just because I was like, why not? Let's see how this goes. And I didn't expect TikTok to launch that much. So when I didn't upload, I was like, oh, I should have stayed on there. But it's hard to break through now. Um, in terms of content, I think it's pretty much the same as Reels, I think. I think Reels on Instagram is just a little bit more personalized because um I think I don't know. I really can't say because I haven't been on TikTok for like the last couple of years, so I would say it's pretty much the same, honestly.
Yeah, have you seen this those videos where they see the same reel or TikTok, and they compare the comments?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like one could be like super positive and the other one's just totally awful. It's I don't know if that's your experience, but that's what I've seen.
Like again, I never had TikTok. I never even had an account. But what I've
Mm.
seen in those videos, it's like in Instagram, they're completely unhinged.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. People have more guts to just say whatever.
Which is the worst part because I have seen there was this. Okay, there's one thing that I have seen, and I'm not sure how much you have felt, but there's one. You can be in a bubble, like if you are, um, let's say if you have those. How do I say it? I won't say they're misogynist, but if they have some bad feelings toward women in dating or whatever, it's easy to fall into the loop, and it's just being fed that
Mm.
you will never ever see a side of you never see other side of you fell into one political party. You will just be fed that.
Yeah. No, that's so true. Because you might not even be aware there's different sides. You might just be seeing what's online, and if you don't really know anything about politics or anything like that, you're just gonna see what you're seeing, and you're gonna think that's just everybody. That's how everybody thinks. That's how everybody feels. And yeah.
And there are community of people who think exactly like you. So there's a brotherhood, quote unquote.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I was seeing a documentary about this whole red pill thing that
Hmm.
happened that boomed in, was it 2022, 23?
Probably. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that's what I was looking at because I was always intrigued. Like they came and went, and YouTube did nothing, Instagram did nothing. They
Mm.
actually promoted that algorithm for some that trend for some reason, and that is, I guess, the worst part of all of it.
Mm. Yeah. I definitely feel like there's also like the other side of it where it's like there's a lot of like man hater content being pushed too, and I feel like there's just two extreme sides that it just causes people to just hate each other, and I think that's not what we need, honestly. I think okay, in retrospect, I see both sides of it. There's the people who hate women because they feel they feel like they resonate with what they're being like shown. Like, oh, their experience with women might have not been good. So now they see these people who also talk about it, and they might be like, oh, yeah, no, we're just gonna hate them, you know? And the flip side of that is also women being fed man hater stuff, and they have bad experiences with men. So now it's like, oh yeah, everybody just sucks, you know? Everybody just sucks. But I think like I said, I was going through like a whole year of just kind of staying off social media, not totally, but trying to just focus more on myself. And I definitely realized that I needed to mend my relationship with people, period. Um, and that means also just like not just hating people based on what I'm told about them and um, focusing more on my own personal experience with meeting people. And especially I think after the everybody had to stay inside, I think we just lost touch with what it meant to socialize in a natural way. I think people just got so used to not like only seeing the opposite gender online maybe that it's now you're like, wait, how do I talk to them? You know, how do we interact? How can we just be friends, you know? Like a lot of people especially see the opposite gender of just like, oh, you're just someone I could date, not somebody I could be friends with or, you know. Yeah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I am. To add to that, I think we are also desensitized, the whatever. We are that we're
Yeah.
so used to seeing beautiful people online that I
Mhm.
think we lost the sense of. I'm not saying that you should be in awe with every beautiful person, but it's we forgot how beautiful people are in a way, you know?
Like on the inside.
Yeah, like
Uh,
if you see someone nice walking down the street and their charm and charisma or whatever beauty is radiating through you, like just walking in and being in their presence or something. Like when we had like a childhood crush, you know what I mean? And we are just giddy and happy about it.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
never, I don't see it, at least with young people, I don't see it. So,
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I feel like the world's definitely changed a little bit.
yeah, the pandemic didn't help either, but did it boomed or changed your vision of content, what content should be?
It was interesting because I know because of that time period, things did you know, more people were online, right? So it became more, I guess, respected when people did content because you're like, wait, this is like the only job that a lot of people can still do and it's not impacted, you know? Which definitely made it a lot harder to break out, which is kind of I think that like a lot of people want to be content creators now. So everyone's kind of just fighting the uphill battle of getting your name out there. Sorry, what was your question again? I kind of got sidetracked.
I just asked how it changed your perception of content and social media.
Um, I feel like it hasn't really changed much, other than I definitely have noticed the why behind people do content now is like a lot of people will just do it for money. And a lot of people will take the easy route of doing things. Whether that be, you know, posting things that cater to the male or female gaze, um, you know, just doing a lot of fast-paced what's the word? You know how people's attention spans are very limited now, so they'll just post like very fast-paced things and everything's just like constantly moving and you know, you don't really see much of the content where it's like people are just sitting, talking in front of a camera, chilling. Um, everything's so like planned out and everything's so polished and it has to be perfect, 'cause otherwise people's eyes will just wander. And it definitely puts a lot more pressure on what it means to be a YouTuber or make content. You know, like when I first got into it, when I first wanted or decided I wanted to do that, I was a kid. And I saw it just because of how fun it looked. Like that was why I wanted to do it initially. I didn't think of it as a job because it wasn't seen as a job back then. I just saw people doing it. I was like, wait, that looks so fun. I want to make videos. I want to do that, you know? Um, and yeah, I think that's just I don't know, maybe that's part of the journey too right now is trying to connect with that inner child that just had a passion for it in the first place before it was like seen as a job, you know?
Okay, any future projects that you want to talk about?
Future projects. I don't want to spoil anything too much, but I definitely have been leaning more into my creative writing side. I'll say that. Um, along with vlogs, like I said, I went through a period where I was like, I'm just gonna post whatever. So I don't know. If you ever look at my YouTube page, you'll definitely find videos of just like spoken word kind of things, um, which was just me kind of going off of things that I was feeling like through the heart, if that makes sense. Those were things I posted kind of on a whim. I was like, I'm just gonna post this, why not? And yeah, I think I definitely want to do something more towards that, but more in like a story direction, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Long form short films or
I don't
long
know.
form
I
content?
Probably. I think even if I don't do something on YouTube, I definitely I've been considering going back to school for acting and or filmmaking, something like that. Just because I feel like I don't know. Like I said, I want to do something creative, I want to do something impactful, and I feel like those things kind of speak to me in terms of like media or what kind of media I want to do. Um it's either that or write a book, but also I feel like Loki who reads anymore. So, um, like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to tell a story, if that makes sense. Like I have a couple stories in my head, that I'm kind of playing out and like seeing what would probably be the best thing to do. Um, but I think the thing is I just gotta start. I think I just need to start. Like I know that's my biggest struggle is just actually getting started.
Yes. And I wish you luck for that. And if you need any help, wish you find some people. And if no one is helping you, then I might help you.
Hey, hey, let's go.
Might.
Might. Okay. That's better than not at all.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to commit and then be like, okay, I'm swamped with 15 different things and I
Yeah.
cannot help you anymore. Sorry.
No, yeah, that's so true.
And plus, I don't know where you live.
Yeah. Are you from America or?
I'm living in Los Angeles.
Right. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
so I
telling me to go back to my country or something?
No, no, not at all. No. No. No, I'm from Canada, so I feel like a lot of the people I meet online are not from Canada, so like yeah.
Oh,
I
you
think
live in Canada? I thought you were in eastern side. Oh,
I'm still I'm in EST, but yeah, I'm in Canada.
oh, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm American. I don't know things.
It's okay. I don't know American geography, so like if you were to quiz me on that,
Yeah, so I live in LA, so there's that. Um, yeah, so that's the main question that I ask everyone, and that's the whole meat of my podcast, basically. So if anyone is listening to you right now and they want to break into content creation, what would be your advice?
Hmm. Just start. Like I feel like everybody says that. I feel like everybody says just start, but it's really true. That and find something you both love and something that does well. If you can find something that overlaps, you are set. You are so set because in my experience, when I was trying to do things that I didn't particularly like doing, but I knew did well, I was less motivated to actually do it, and then I would just stop. And I was saying earlier, consistency is my biggest struggle, and I kept like going back and like seeing what went wrong, why did I stop? Like, why did I not keep going? And it really is just down to like, you need to find something you both love and something that does well, because then you don't need to force yourself to have motivation to do it. You just want to do it anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words. And thank you very much for giving me your time and to appear on this podcast. Hopefully, I will have you soon, hopefully in a panel. We'll see
Ooh.
about that.
Well, thank
But
you for having me. It's
yeah,
been a pleasure.
and yeah, anything else? Any last words?
Enjoy life. Romanticize it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cut.
Please, 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 I'm begging you. Please. I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Please subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe for more content.
Subscribe to my channel.